All right. So tonight is our annual year-end competition banquet, or award ceremony, or whatever you want to call it. And we're glad you're all here. It would be nice if we could do this in person, and hopefully next year we will. Jeannie, I'm going to turn it over to you. Do you want me to read the awards that I have from PSA or any of those first?
No, let's do that at the end.
Okay. So we have some ribbons and awards that need to be announced that are not related to the actual competition, but other competitions. And so I guess I'm going to turn it over to Jeannie and let her go from there.
All right. First of all, go ahead and go to your next slide, Shay.
Okay.
We'll talk about our judges for a minute. Jane invited them to join us, but they don't always come to the meeting either when we invite them. So next slide. All right, she helped us out a lot finding these judges. This first judge is Tom Haxby, and as it says here, he's been photographing professionally for over 20 years, and he's a past president of the North American Nature Photography Association, past member of Traverse City, that's why Shay knows him. And he's a winner of numerous photography awards, publications, magazine covers, led photo workshops and tours. And I don't know what the Artist in Residence program is, but both he and John were artists in residence at one park or another. And he lives in Traverse City area and winters down in the south in Alabama or Florida. And if anybody wants to look at some of his images, they're awesome, by the way. There's his address there at the bottom. Our next judge also came from Traverse City. Thus, Shay knew him also, Mark Lindsay. He's an avid hiker and backpacker. He's traveled through some of northern Michigan's most secluded and very pristine wilderness, and always has his camera alongside him. And his passion is capturing nature's true beauty. And Lake Michigan shoreline and the surrounding communities hold a special place, of course, because we live in Michigan. And there's his address there. And the last one is John Dykstra, and many of you are familiar with John being in our area. Talks a little bit about John, and this is kind of wordy here. He's won numerous awards for his work, including Art Prize, and traveled and photographed the United States extensively, and has led photography tours to Pacific Northwest, Southern Arizona, South Florida, Indiana, Isle Royal, Upper Peninsula. He's been a presenter at SwimSea and PSA, and also was selected as an artist in the National Park Service and Sleeping Bear Dunes. He did for many, many years, 40 years, own a portrait studio, and he's now retired and works to keep himself busy at the Outdoor Discovery Center in Holland. And so his expertise is both in portraits and nature. And they all were excellent judges. Next slide. What do you have here? Okay.
Can I interject for just a minute?
Sure.
Could everybody mute themselves first? Or maybe can I mute? I'm supposed to be able to mute everybody, but I don't.
Don't mute me, I'm talking.
Right. Just so that we don't get any background noise from phone calls or whatever. So if you know how to do that.
Well, then we can't hear them get excited when they win first place.
When we get to that point, well, we can. They can make excited whatever.
So most of you, I hope most of you know that we divide up the competition in two classes, Star Class and Class A. And how we do that is Pretty simple, actually. At the end of the competition year, I figure out the average score of all the digital images. And then the board looks at the scores from how they range and try to figure out what a cutoff is between what we think are the star class photographers and the class A. The board never sees the names. I just give them the number, the average. So they're not biased at all about where to make the cutoff. But this year, let me tell you who the star class competitors are. Starting with Stephen Burkstaller, Evie Carrier, Diane Shavat, Randy Nyhoff, Jim Knapp. Jim Knapp here?
Yeah.
Jan Lewis, Della Land here, glad to see Della. Steve Port, Karen Tower, Diane Durand, Becky Humes, Jean Quillen, Russ Barneveld, Mike Virgin, and Clay Groot are all the star class competitors. Congratulations to them. Now, as this slide is right in front of me, for the moment that you've all been waiting for, the year-end results. All right, we'll start with creative in Class A. And the nominees for creative Class A, and all of the nominees are automatically honorable mentions.
Jeannie, do you want
Yes.
to talk at all about how the honorable mentions, which are the ones that we're seeing here, are the ones that the judges in the judging process, we started with a certain number and we have to weed it down to about 25% of the entire.
Yeah, we gave them all of the images and they gave them a score, and from those scores that they gave us, we did choose the highest scores from the top down to be the top 25%, and those are what we consider honorable mentions. From the honorable mentions, then the judges chose a first place, a second place, and a third place. Now, one of the rules that's always been enforced for our club is once a member has earned a first place, we don't allow them to take again the second place and third place. So you're going to see 3 different people. And are we ready to go on, Jan?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, and the nominees for creative Class A are Dark Web by Jim Shearer, Firewater, Shaylin McGee Sarnes, Grand Haven by Moonlight, Richard Coombs, Rising, Michael Kuhl. I didn't see Mike here.
I don't think he's checked in yet. He might be, he often comes in late.
Swan Song by Michael Kuhl. Visual Viscosity, Larry Howard. And the winners are, for this creative Class A in third place, is
Go ahead and say it and then she'll show the.
Visual Viscosity by Larry Howard.
Yay, Larry.
In second place for creative Class A is Swan Song, Michael Kuhl. And third, in the first place winner for creative Class A goes to Richard Coombs for Grand Haven by Moonlight.
Woohoo!
Richard is here.
Yes, he is. If you want to take yourself off of mute. Richard, can you hear us?
Maybe he doesn't even know.
There he is. Yay, congratulations, Richard.
He's on mute.
He's on mute, yeah.
All
Okay,
right. Next category is Creative Star Class. And the nominees for Creative Star Class are Cemetery Walk by Russ Barneveld, Circles and Bubbles, Diane Shervat, Drifting Along by Randy Nyhoff, Fall Fantasy, Steve Port, Fishbowl, Della Landhier, No More Dry Eyes, Rebecca Humes, Picking a Raspberry, Rebecca Humes, Purpose by Steve Port, Raindrops and Rainbows, Gene Quillen, and Smokin' Swamp Blues, Randy Nyhoff. So the winners are, third place is Steve Port, Purpose. Quiet. All right, second place is Circles and Bubbles by Diane Shervat. And the first place winner for the Creative Star Class is Drifting Along by Randy Nyhoff. All right.
Would y'all prefer to have the mute off, or do you like having the mute on?
I like it off. I mean, I like to be able to hear people.
All right, y'all take yourself off of mute and we'll see how it goes.
They'll be good. All right, the next category is photojournalism, and Becky Humes is going to present this category. Go ahead, Becky, anytime you're ready.
I'm ready. The nominees are Drastic Plastic by Michael Kuhl, Go by Kathy Kendall, Hold On for Dear Life by James Zeman, Local Sports by Jim Shear Jr., Moroccan Looming Rug by Kathy Kendall, Racer Down by Jim Shear Jr., The Bridge is Ready by Shayla McGee Starnes.
Ooh, I think that's the bride.
The Bride, sorry. Wet and Bog by Steve Mueller. Who's Feeding Who by Jim Shear Jr. The third place winner is Wet and Bog by Steve Mueller. Second place is Moroccan Looming Rug by Kathy Kendall. And first place is Racer Down by Jim Shear.
Hey, Jim. All right. Photojournalism Star Class, Shay is going to present this category.
Yep. So the nominees are A Fair Contest by Jeannie Quillen, All in a Day's Work by Stephen Bergstaller, Cardamom Coffee by Stephen Bergstaller, Full of Hot Air by Jan Lewis, Gray Whale Close Encounter by Jim Knapp, Neck and Neck by Jan Lewis, Risky Paycheck by Jan Lewis, and Surfer and Sandstorm by Rebecca Humes. In third place, we have All in a Day's Work by Stephen Bergstaller. In second place, we have A Fair Contest by Jeannie Quillen. And in first place is Neck and Neck by Jan Lewis.
Nice.
All right, monochrome Class A, Russ.
Yes,
You're going to read this and present these nominees.
I will do that. For monochrome Class A, the nominees are
Wait, hold on,
ballet.
hold on for just a minute. Diane Shavat just logged in, and I want to make sure that she knows how to turn on her video. Should be in your lower left-hand corner. Okay, go on.
Okay, the nominees are ballet rehearsal by Ned Hughes, dark
Abstract.
abstract, dark abstract 15 by Michael Kuhl, locomotive by Larry Howard, railroad crossing by Mike Kuhl, raindrops on a feather by Kathy Kendall, and the white quill by Larry Howard. Third place is Raindrops on a Feather by Kathy Kendall. Second place, The White Quill by Larry Howard. And the first place winner is Dark Abstract 15 by Michael Kuhl. I couldn't read my writing here, so congratulations, Michael.
We were wondering whether this was spelled right, but I think you wanted it that way.
Yeah.
Abstract. All right, next category, monochrome star class. Jan, would you like to do the honors?
I will do the honors, and the nominees are Shay, you can go to the next slide. 1412-1 by Stephen Bergstaller. Backlit Beard by Rebecca Humes. Boat Edmonton Mall by Randy Nyhoff. Bubbles by Diane Shavat. Flight by Steve Port. Fog in the Woods by Clay Groot. Glen Lake by Randy Nyhoff. Hausers, is that correct, Steve?
Hawser
Hausers by Steve Port.
means a big rope.
Ah. Iconic Past by Jeannie Quillen. Liam by Rebecca Humes. Living on the Edge by Mike Burgeon. Misty by Steve Port. Saxman by Russ Barneveld. Swallow Argument by Randy Nyhoff. United We Stand by Stephen Bergstaller. Watch Your Step by Steve Port. And the winner, third place winner is Diane Shavat for Bubbles. Second place is 1412-1 by Stephen Bergstaller. And first place goes to Steve Port for Misty. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Steve.
Good job.
And
Jan, did I give you
Diane
this?
is on
Great
here now,
images.
too.
Jan, did I give you this next category as well?
What's the next category? Nature Class A. Yes, you did.
I didn't mean to put you both together, but oh well.
That's okay. All
All
right.
right.
And the nominees are Bandit by Larry Heidenberg. Frog on Moss by Don Schmucker. Jasper Bull Elk by Steve Mueller. Lion Yawning by Kathy Kendall. Monarch Butterfly by Don Schmucker. Penguin by Madhur Badaranath,
I always just call him Madhur.
just Madhur. Queen by Ranger Steve Mueller. Rocky Shore by Karen Mueller. Sleeping Bear Dune Grass by Shaylin McGee Sarnes. Spruce Drops by Ranger Steve Mueller. Sudsea Rock by Kathy Kendall. Taking a Rest by James Zeman. Wrapped Up in Oneself by Jim Shearer Jr. And the winners are, third place goes to Kathy Kendall for Sudsea Rock. Second place goes to Steve Mueller for Spruce Drops.
Is Steve here?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And first place goes to Jim Shearer Jr. for Wrapped Up in Oneself. Congratulations, everyone.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Love it.
All right, Nature Star class. Kathy Kendall will be our guest presenter for this category.
Okay, and the nominees are
Eric Carey.
oh, okay. I was waiting for the picture.
Oh, okay.
Eric Carey, In the Rain by Jan Lewis. Basilisk Lizard by Jim Knapp. Bee on Flower by Della Landier. Burrowing Owl by Della Landier. Deep in Thought by Diane Duran. Eagle on Alert by Jeannie Quillen. Filling the Pantry by Jack Eichner. Flightline by Steve Port. Hungry Frog by Diane Gervat. Joe Rocker by Stephen Bergstaller. Magnolia Warbler by Jan Lewis. Moving Right Along, Jack Eichner. Nature Nurture, Stephen Bergstaller. Purple Water Lily by Stephen Bergstaller. Standing in the Fire by Stephen Bergstaller. Tiger in the Den by Jack Eichner. Walking on Sunshine by Stephen Bergstaller. War by Steve Port. Wood Duck by Mike Bergen. And the winners are, third place, War by Stephen Port. Second place, Walking on Sunshine by Stephen Bergstaller. And first place is Arakari in Rain by Jan Lewis. Congratulations.
Normally at an awards presentation, people get up with a long list of thank yous. So if anybody wants to do that, by all means,
we normally are handing out ribbons, which I do have all of the ribbons right here. And they'll all be going out in the mail. So,
Oh, my goodness. You don't need to send mine. I'll come over and get it.
yeah, either that or I'll bring it by. But
Yep.
Same thing with you, Randy Nyhoff. Okay.
All right, next category, open class A. Steve is going to be our presenter.
Before I get into this, I have a question. If you saw a house on fire and you were to choose between calling 911 or capturing the moment, what aperture would you use?
You know what
I
we
don't know.
call it.
It'll be a toss up, but I'd call 911, I guess.
I'd go with an F8.
That's a good question, Steve.
Is it evening or daytime?
Yes. The fire I shot was early morning.
Will I have time
Remember
to
the
get a
lady in the
tripod?
bathrobe.
That was a great shot.
That was a great shot.
Was it your house?
Valid question.
All right, go ahead, Steve.
Next slide. By Candlelight by Larry Heidenberg.
Speaking of fire.
Country Nostalgia by Richard Coombs. Grand Old Country Lady by Richard Coombs. Hard Cider by Larry Howard. Humphrey with Lights, Shaylin. It's a Jeep Thing, Richard Coombs. Mackinac Bridge Reflection, Shaylin. Maddie, Jim Shearer. O'Hare Terminal by Kathy Kendall. Our Flag Over Zion, Karen Mueller. Penguins Jumping, Mador Badarinoff. Seen Better Days, Larry Heidenberg. Swimming Under the Falls, Karen Mueller. The Shot in the Eye, Kathy Kendall. Wizardry by Larry Howard. Young Ones, Jim Shearer. The winners are in third place. Mackinac Bridge Reflection by Shaylin. Second place, O'Hare Terminal by Kathy Kendall.
Good.
And in first place, we have by Candlelight, Larry Heidenberg.
Good job, everyone.
Yeah.
Kathy?
Before we go forward, Kathy Kendall, that picture of the shot in the eye, I can't even look at it.
No, that was my next question. Kathy, what is that stuff that looks like straw?
The only thing I could say was ouch.
What was this
It's a
stuff?
fun day.
The
That
stuff
was a real
around
fun
the
day.
eye that looks like straw. What is that?
That was a needle going into the eye.
No, the straw. Is
Oh,
that,
I think it's plastic or something.
Yeah, I think it was plastic around, yeah. For some reason, the plastic looked like that, or maybe the hair under the plastic looked like that or something.
Kathy set it up for us to go to her husband's surgical center when the scavenger hunt list had eyes on it. Or
I've been
medical,
on-
was it medical?
It was in medical, I think.
Yep,
Yeah.
so Kathy and I got to go in and photograph surgery. And it
Oh,
was so cool.
I've been
Wow.
One of
on,
my favorite things I've done.
I've been on the receiving end of 2 of those shots and saw the needle coming from the person underneath.
Ugh, it just creeps me out.
Kathy, did you have to get permission from the whoever
I
to
did.
allow you guys to come in?
Yeah, I did.
Nobody said
cool.
no.
And we didn't notice we didn't show anything that would identify the person.
And they're not
Either
allowed to
way.
be posted. We're not supposed to
Yeah.
post them on social media either.
Yeah.
So, all right. So much for that interesting image. Next category is open, our class. And Shay, you have the honors.
Yep. The nominees are Beach Home, Randy Nyhoff. Dance the Jellyfish, Diane Charvat. Dan's Diner at Evening, Randy Nyhoff. Giant Glasswing, Diane Charvat. Happy Halloween, Jan Lewis. Hard Landing, Della Landier. Historic John Moulton Barn, Jeannie Quillen. Just Hanging On, Diane Charvat. Lonely, Steve Port. Memorial Auditorium Number 1, Stephen Bergstaller. Mineral Waterfalls, Jim Knapp. Meisenberg Morning, Stephen Bergstaller. Nightlights, Mike Burgeon. Old World Charm, Evie Carrier. One Black Whisker, Rebecca Humes. Pelican on Boat, Randy Nyhoff. Pondering Life, Jack Eichner. Route 66 Car, Russ Barneveld. Serene, Steve Port. Slipper Orchids, Jan Lewis. Tequanamon Lower Falls, Karen Tower. Train Station Memory, Randy Nyhoff. And Valley of Fire Morning, Evie Carrier. And our winners are, in third place, Dance the Jellyfish by Diane Charvat. In second place, Meisenberg Morning, Stephen Bergstaller. And in first place, Train Station Memory by Randy Nyhoff.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Very nice. Yeah.
No.
Is Diane Chavat there?
Yes, she is. She did log in. I think she's still here.
I don't see her.
She doesn't have her camera on, but her microphone is on. Are you there, Diane?
She's not answering.
Not answering. Maybe she walked away. So. Oh,
Oh,
she
she
says, I'm here. Congratulations, Diane. And by the way, you came in a little late. You did win another award in another category, one of the earlier ones. I forget. I think creative.
Creative, I think.
Wasn't it creative? The
Yeah.
bubbles? One of the bubbles?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the bubbles.
All right, Evie.
Oh, she doesn't have a microphone. That's why she doesn't have a microphone.
Oh, Evie, are you there?
Yep, I am. Can you hear me?
Yep, Evie's gonna read portraits, both Class A and Star Class.
Okay. For Class A, the nominees are Growing Fast, Larry Howard. Innocence,
Jim Shearer Jr. Laura, Larry Heidenberg. Long-haired woman, Jim Shearer Jr. Missouri rancher, Larry Howard. Nice smile, Larry Heidenberg. And the winners are third place, growing fast, Larry Howard. Second place, nice smile, Larry Heidenberg. And first place, long-haired woman, Jim Shearer Jr. Congratulations to those. And then portraits star class. The nominees are Baby Charlotte, Karen Tower, Ginger in White, Jan Lewis, Lily, Diane Charvat, Quarantine, Russ Barneveld,
That's scary.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Rosemary, Steve Port,
Aw.
Samantha, Rebecca Humes, So Solemn, Jan Lewis, Vintage Portrait, Jan Lewis, and Wartime Beauty, Jean Quillen. The winners are third place, Samantha, Rebecca Humes. Second place, Lily, Diane Charvat. And first place, Vintage Portrait, Jan Lewis. Congratulations.
Nice.
All right, getting down to the end. Escapes, Class A. Steve, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. The nominees are Bass Harbor Lighthouse, Joe Hempstead. Emerald Lake, Larry Howard. Fairhope Shoreline by Richard Coombs. Moraine Lake by Karen Mueller. Mountain Reflection, Karen Mueller. Mount Babel Banff National Park by Larry Heidenberg. No Place Like Home by Shaylin. Pondering, Cynthia Howard. Rockport Recreational Area, #1 by Michael Cool. Wet and Wild by Richard Coombs. And now, our winners are in third place, Mount Babel Banff National Park by Larry Heidenberg. In second place, Rockport Recreation Area 01 by Michael Cool. And in first place, Emerald Lake by Larry Howard.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Congratulations.
All right, last category, last but not least. Star Class Skates, presented by Becky Humes.
All right, the nominees are Beached Boat by Randy Nyhoff,
No, I think
Oh,
you're,
nope, sorry. They were split in the email, 2 pages. Anchored Boat and Fog by Randy Nyhoff. Then Beached Boat by Randy Nyhoff. Bond Falls by Randy Nyhoff. Bridge Mackinac Straits by Randy Nyhoff.
These are alphabetical. It just turns out that way.
Comet Approaching 14 by Mike Burgum. CT Golden City #2 by Stephen Burkstaller. Frost at Dawn by Jeannie Quillen. Golden City by Evie Carrier. Had to Stop by Stephen Burkstaller. Himalayan Sunrise by Jim Knapp. Honeycomb Skyline by Stephen Burkstaller. Kerry County, Ireland by Karen Tower. Kogel Bay Sunset by Stephen Burkstaller. Patagonia Vista by Jim Knapp. Rainbow Panorama by Della Lantier. Seaside Storm by Karen Tower. Springtime Green by Karen Tower. Tequamanen Lower Falls by Karen Tower. And in 3rd place, we have Frost at Dawn by Jeannie Quillen. 2nd place, Tequamanen Lower Falls by Karen Tower. And in 3rd place, Bridge Mackinac Straits by Randy Nyhoff.
First place.
Yes, 1st place.
Very nice.
In my defense, it's typed 3rd place, 2nd place, 3rd place. So I read it as typed.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Wonder who typed that. All right, Jan, take it over.
oh, I don't have the list, but I guess I'll just read them. Oh, here, there. No. All right, so we ask each of our judges, this is something we've done for, I think, 2 or 3 years now, for them to choose their favorite image. The one that, and it didn't necessarily have to be one that took an award, it just, so these are the results. So for the first judge, it was, I can't remember, I don't have the list in front of me.
Drifting along.
Drifting Along was Tom Haxby's choice by Randy. This is Randy Nyhoff's image. Randy, do you want to talk at all about this? It took another award too, so.
Yeah, it won an award in a gallery in Vermont back in October. October or November. No, wait a minute, maybe it was September. I forget. Last fall, anyway. Yeah, won a award. That was the Director's Award in a gallery in Vermont. It is also now showing in the Lowell show.
Oh, okay.
So it's there too. It hasn't won an award there, but it is showing the show.
Congratulations.
That's all I can say for it. It's one of those days that I just kind of got carried away with imaging.
Okay, so our next judge, I forget which one's next, so.
Go to it.
This is also by Randy Nyhoff. This is John Dykstra's choice, and it's Bridge Mackinac Straits.
They didn't confer with each other.
So, and the judges do not, they have, the images that they see do not have names associated with them. So they had no idea whose images they were choosing, so. All right, and our last judge was Mark Lindsay, and he chose.
No. Oh, yes, sorry.
He chose Jeannie Quillen's image, the historic John Moulton barn. Do you want to say anything about this one, Jeannie?
No, not really. It's pretty, you get what you.
The Tetons, it's the Grand Tetons.
Yeah, yeah. It just was a nice day, and at one point there was a whole row of buffalo that walked through the scene, so I had to wait for them, but other than that.
Oh, I might have taken it with them in it too.
I did, and I entered it in the Camera Club several years back. This image is kind of a few years old. I needed something for his historical building, so this one fit the bill. But yes, I did enter the one with the buffaloes, and I called it Pardon Me, Please. Anyway, it was a nice morning, and I shared the view with lots of photographers.
Yeah, they're usually all lined up there along the road. Randy, did you want to say anything about your Mackinac Bridge one? This image?
Not really. I was a day that I thought was totally lost. I started photographing that day, and I wasn't happy with any of the images until I got home, and I said, I got some that are possible. And I didn't realize it, but I had about 6 or 7 images that I probably made over $1,000 on so far.
Oh my gosh.
So you never know.
Randy, is this 2 images, the trees and the bridge, or did you actually take it between the trees?
This is 2 images. I replaced the sky, but the bridge and the trees and everything was right there. So it was just the sky. It did have some clouds. In fact, it was kind of a little bit of an overcast day when I took it. And I have sold the original without any replacing the sky several times after I put them online. But just this past year, I thought I'm going to try it with a different sky, just see what I come up with. And oh, this is interesting. So there you have it.
All right. Okay, so this concludes the categories. We do have 3 more awards to give out, and these are our top awards. Do you want to talk at all, Jeannie, about them?
No, I think I'll let you do it.
Okay. Well, the first award goes to top score prints, and this is the individual. We did not have. We had, I think, 4 months of prints this year, and that is the reason why we did not have a separate print competition for year end. It was a combination of not having a lot of images and also the limitations of our judges. We did judging remotely, and so there's no easy way to judge prints unless you see them in person. And because if you convert them to a digital file, that loses the whole point of it being a print. So that's why we did not have a separate print competition. However, if you did submit prints in those 4 months over during 2020, you can hold on to those, and we are hoping that we will be reconvening in person again sometime in the latter part of this year, and we will resume print competition when we do that. And so assuming we have a print competition in year end in 2021, the images that you submitted in prints during 2020 will be eligible, okay? But we still had scores that were accumulated in the print competition over the course of the year. And so the individual who received the highest scores overall in prints receives this award, and it goes to, can you all read it? Or is it backwards? It's Randy Nyhoff for top score prints this year. Congratulations, Randy.
Thank you.
Good job.
Okay.
And tell a little bit about, this was the score was tied. And tell a little bit about how we break the tie.
Oh.
Unless you want me to.
I want you to.
Okay.
I don't want to mess it up. I don't have it written down in front of me, so.
Well, I don't either, but this was the top score in prints was a tie between Russ Barneveld and Randy Nyhoff. And earlier in the year, we had a judges committee decide how we were gonna break a tie. And the way we do that is we take the members' most entered category other than the assigned and figure out what their average score is of that category. And Randy, you beat by probably a 10th or 100th of a percentage point when we averaged just his one highest score. So Russ, I want to say you did a good job too.
You were, it was really.
Thank you.
Like,
I'll share it with you, Russ.
Okay, sounds good. We'll set up a schedule. So,
Over a beer.
there you go. You're on.
so both of you, congratulations. The trophy goes to Randy because that's how the tie is broken and the number was small, but you both are very deserving of the award. Okay, and so the next award is for top score digital. And again, this is the highest points accumulated over the course of the year. And this award goes to Stephen Bergstaller. Okay.
Mhm.
And
Even as many of you know, lives in Africa. And why he's not, you've never seen him before.
yes,
Excellent photographer.
Stephen, he's actually originally from Maryville, Indiana. And he's quite active in the Photographic Society of America. And he joined the club at the end of 2019, beginning of 2020. And he competes both within PSA and he's been competing only in digital, of course, because it's kind of hard to ship prints from Africa. And we are not going to be sending the award. I'm not shipping that trophy to Africa, okay? His daughter lives in Michigan City, and so I will be shipping his awards to Michigan City. And the time difference is such that it's hard for him to even log into our meetings, so.
And he will be in the Lights and Shadows
Yes.
coming up.
Oh, okay. You have an interview with him. Good. So, all right. And our top award is Photographer of the Year. And this is the first year that we sort of, we had modified or changed the qualifications for Photographer of the Year. First of all, you have to submit a minimum of 40 images over the course of the year, which means that you have to submit in both print and digital, okay? If obviously this past year, because we didn't have print every month, that's one of the reasons we added print back in November, because there were a number of you who were very, very close to the top average score, but you hadn't submitted prints. And we opened up prints and did a print competition with masks, and each of us went individually to Jeannie's house so that we wouldn't expose each other or have the potential of exposing each other. But part of that was so to give an opportunity for those of you who were up there with your scores to submit in the print competition to qualify for year-end Photographer of the Year. You have to submit at least, because we've done mostly digital, that means if you submitted 4 every month for the 9 months of competitions, that's 36, then you have to have at least 4 more in prints. Then you also need to submit in 6, you have to submit at least, help me, Jeannie, in assigned.
Remaining 7 categories other than assigned.
And you have to submit in assigned at least a certain number of times. This is all in the manual, in the membership manual. The whole idea behind it is to get that the person who is the photographer or receives the Photographer of the Year award is a well-rounded photographer. It doesn't submit only in nature or only in portraits or only in one, you know, that they submit across a wide variety of our categories, and that they submit in both divisions. So anything else, Jeannie, that I left out?
That covers it.
Okay, so drum roll. Our Photographer of the Year. And by the way, there were a number of people. It was pretty close up at the top, wasn't it, Jeannie?
There were 3 members who were 1/100th of a percentage point different, believe it or not.
Okay, so it was a close competition this year. And had a couple of you submitted prints, it would have been even closer. So
Actually, a couple of you did prints, they might have totally outscored the whole thing.
you actually might have won. So, all right, drum roll. Our Photographer of the Year this year is Randy Nyhoff. Congratulations. So you will receive
you.
this, and your name is now in bronze on our permanent plaque. It's probably backwards because of the camera, but it's there.
No, it's right.
All right. So, congratulations, Randy.
Thank
you
you.
have
Thank
Any
you.
speeches? You want a speech?
I'm speechless.
I'll be making a trip over to your house with all of these. Okay. So,
Well, if this COVID lasts much longer, we'll all be well-rounded.
yes. In more ways than one.
Yes.
So, we have some other awards to give out tonight, and some of these have been accumulating for a while, correct, Jeannie?
Yes, since March, since the last time we had a meeting.
So I have a stack of ribbons here from PSA interclub competitions, and I don't even know, oh, well, I guess there is a date on one of these. This is for Jim Knapp for interclub round 1. I think this is PJ. It's human interest, and it's a best of show ribbon for Jim Knapp for Mudmen of Papua New Guinea. Okay.
Great.
Randy Nyhoff, this is for Interclub Group C, round 2. What's PID?
Open.
Okay.
For
Open.
projected image division.
Say it again.
Projected image division, but it's open basically.
It's open. It's an honorable mention for Randy Nyhoff for Geese in Fog. Okay, this is a award of merit for photojournalism, projected journalism. Is that what it is? PJD?
Yeah, just
Okay.
PJ.
And this is a human interest award of merit for Jim Shearer Jr. for Saturday at the Market. An honorable mention for Jim Knapp for PJ, human interest, gray whale close encounter, honorable mention.
One of my favorites.
That's a great image, absolutely great image. This is this is for open, I think. Honorable mention for Kathy Kiefer for Patriotic Rat. That PID is open, right? That's what you said. Another open honorable mention for Jerry Kiefer for Cell Spider on Sweet Pea. So Stephen Bergstaller, an honorable mention in open interclub. Meisenberg Morning, that's the image that of all of the beach houses, the colored beach houses that we saw earlier tonight. And another honorable mention in open interclub for Steve Port for Tower Clock. So. This is a medal, a silver division medal. What does that mean, Jeannie?
That means it was a great award. I don't know, it should say on the back.
It says PID Interclub end of year 2019-20.
Oh, end of year, it's kind of a best of show type thing. So it's on top of all of the individual awards. It's a way up there award.
It's a way up there award.
Best of show, probably.
Okay, silver division medal for Kathy Kiefer for emerging spice bush, and I think that was an image of a butterfly coming out.
Butterfly or something.
And then there's one more medal like this. This is for Jim Shearer Jr. It's a gold medal.
Whoa.
Human interest for the year end 2019-20, and PJ, human interest for Saturday at the market.
Way to go.
Yeah, so way to go, Jim. You have to share that with John when the market opens up again. It was an image of John Platty, who's an apple grower that we frequent down at the farmer's market, so.
I actually made an image for a print for him.
Oh, did you?
And then I had a second print that listed all the awards that that particular image got because it won first place in our club also.
Wow.
He got it, and his, I think that was his sister that was in the image there, and she also got a picture of it.
Oh, you sure it's not his wife?
No, not the one that's across from, not the one that's in the image with him.
Okay, all right. Anyway, all right, I have some certificates here, and these will also get mailed off, but I'm gonna go ahead and read them. These are for Merit Point awards. So once individuals have accumulated a certain number of points in competition, they get these different awards. So this is a certificate of excellence for Madur. And Steve, you pronounced his name so well, Steve Port. Madur Badarinoff.
Just a second.
Where'd you go, Steve? Oh, there you are.
I don't know where he is. Anyway, the certificate of excellence is for earning 200 merit points. Okay, Stephen Bergstaller, who's probably well past 200, but he's got the certificate. Michael Carrier for 200 merit points, certificate of excellence. Tom Harrington, also for 200 merit points. Della Land here, 200 merit points. Clay Groot for 200 merit points. Okay, now we're getting into the big numbers. This is for earning 3,000 points. It's a Grandmaster's Award for Evie Carrier. Also a Grandmaster's Award for Diane Charvat, 3,000 merit points. Ned Hughes, 3,000 merit points, Grandmaster's Award. Randy Nyhoff. Oh, I got these out of order. 1,500 merit points. So this is Senior Master's Award for Randy Nyhoff. Also Senior Master's Award for Mike Burgeon, 1,500 merit points. Senior Master's Award for 1,500 merit points for Jim Knapp. Also for Shay, same, 1,500 merit points. These were in order, but somehow I got them out of order. Pardon?
I gave them to you in order.
I know you did, but then I went and signed them and somehow they got all out of our order. So that we're at Masters Award, which is 600 merit points. And it's, at least they're all together in the right grouping. They're just not in the right order. So this is for Karen Tower for 600 merit points. Masters Award for Larry Howard for 600 merit points. And the last one is 600 merit points for James Zeman. So all of these are going to get mailed out to you. Has anyone moved since they signed up and provided their address to Christine? If not,
Where is Christine?
Christine is in, well, the last I heard she was in Louisiana. I think she'd gone to New Orleans. She's probably cold right now. If she has. She had gone to Florida, but I don't know how much longer she's going to be gone. So.
Was she expecting Mardi Gras? Because it is not happening.
Pardon?
If she was expecting Mardi Gras, it's not happening.
Right. Well, Mardi Gras isn't all it's chalked up to be. I lived there for 7 years. I usually stayed away from it. But, so I think that concludes all of the awards. So I'm going to stop the recording here.